This week we're going to take a look at gated vocals, and we're going to show you two ways on how to do that. The first way will be with Serum's effects unit, and the second way will be with Ableton stock plugins. Let's see how we can take it to this. Okay, so let's jump right in. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the Serum effects unit, and we're going to listen to the original sample. Let's have a listen. The first one we're going to use is Serum effects. I'm going to drag it out onto the audio file itself, and it will load up something like this. So you've got two versions of Serum. Serum 2 has exactly the same thing, the Serum 2 synth and also the effects unit, but we're going to stick with Serum 1 for now because most people probably have that still at the minute. And I've just dropped the Serum effects unit after the audio file itself here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is going to go to the oscillator. We're going to select noise, and it's already set to audio in. When you hit play, you won't actually hear anything, so the next thing you have to select is the bottom right hand corner, and we're going to hit note latch. And that will get the audio to pass through the effects within the Serum unit itself. After that, what we're going to do is we're going to use the LFOs along the bottom to create some movement on the actual audio file itself. So what we will do is we're going to shape the first LFO something like this. Okay, and let's have a listen. It's not actually going to do anything at the minute because we haven't tied the LFO to any other parameter within the synthesizer yet. But what we're going to do is I'm going to pull down the level of the noise to 0, and we're going to drag LFO 1 onto the level of the noise. And what that will sound like now is this. The next thing we're going to look at the bottom here is the rate at what the LFO is working at. At the minute it's working on quarter notes. We're going to push it up 1 or 2 at a time till we get to the 16th notes, and you can hear the various different rhythms as we're playing it. We can play about with the actual shape of the LFO too, so the more I move this like this here, you will hear differences, or if I move it like this as well. Okay, so let's just put it back the way it was and we'll play it again. I quite like it like that. If you move the level and adjust the level up and down, it also changes the sound as well. It sort of lets the original signal come back through. So what if we make it tight like this, and then push this up a little bit. So as you can see, it's really straightforward to create that sound, and it sounds really nice within the track. Let's have a listen now. You can also apply sidechain within the synthesizer, or if you have LFO tool, or just set up a normal sidechain. I have LFO tool here. Let's drag it on, and we can create a little pumping effect. Sounds really, really nice. You can apply effects after that or set up something in the send and returns to do that as well. So let's look at option 2. I'm going to duplicate this synthesizer here. Oh, sorry, this audio file here. Sorry, someone just walked behind me and I told them not to come in. So we'll set up a second channel here. We'll remove the LFO tool and we will remove the Serum also as well. And we're back to that original sound that we had. Okay, but you can sort of create a similar effect with Ableton using stock plugins. And if I was to achieve that with that, I would use the auto filter, or auto pan, sorry. Auto pan, let's drag that on. Okay, and we're going to move some settings inside here. Let's pop the amount up first of all. Okay, that creates a a separation of pan and it moves it around your head. So you should be able to hear that within your headphones. The next thing I want to do is the phase. I'm going to take the phase part of it and we're going to push that so that they actually align up on top of each other. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is change the shape with the sort of the pattern is drawing up the top here to this more triangular type sound. You can see it's starting to get that pluckiness already. Rather than using hertz, we're going to change it to the quantize option here at the bottom, this little note here. You can move it from sort of free rate. If I move this up and down, you can hear. And you can create nice textures and effects using that as well. But we'll set it to the quantize here and we're keeping it at 16ths. And if we listen to it now, it should give us that gated sort of effect. Using the amount knob will make it more wet and dry. And of course, after that, what we will add to it is the LFO tool. Just leave it on the standard setting. And we're going to have a listen to it overall. Let's see. And we're going to switch between the two just to see how they sound. So there you go. That is 2 instances, a paid version and a free version. Well, not really free. Inside your Ableton application, there are stock plugins that we can create a similar effect. Now with the Serum version, we can obviously manipulate more parameters and we can also make use of the effects units that are already in here as well. So you do have a little bit more freedom to scope the sound and change the sound within the Serum version. But I think it does a really, really good job just using the stock plugins Auto Pan and also the LFO tool to create a similar vibe. So hopefully that's been beneficial to you, and I'll see you next week.